Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Happy Healthy Whole. And today I want to talk about being a coulda, shoulda, woulda person. Basically a person that lived with regrets. I coulda did it, but I shoulda did it, but I woulda did it, but don't be that person with all them conjunctions in your life, with all them buts in your life. I woulda went overseas, but whatever, okay? Life is too short to live as a coulda, shoulda, woulda person. There are things that are put in your spirit, that are dropped down in your spirit for you to try. It may or may not be the path for you, but that try may actually lead to something that is for you. Like, I hear a lot of stories about people that wanted to be singers or something like that, but they ended up pursuing singing or whatnot, and they ended up being songwriters or something like that, or they ended up being musicians or producers or something like that, or making beats or something like that. And they loved that way more than being an actual singer or performer, or being the person in the front, so to speak, the front man or front woman. So I will say to you, don't be a coulda, shoulda, woulda. Always try. It never hurts to try something. It is the try and the fail that makes us better people. And you know how to handle it the next time around when you go and do it again. Jermaine Dupri was interviewed a long time ago. I think I've said this before, that I'm from Atlanta. And I remember him being interviewed on the radio a long, long time ago. And they had asked him what was his plan B. They were like, if you weren't going to be in the music business, what did you plan on doing? And he was like, I didn't have a plan B. You know, and I think that is a very, very, very profound thought process to have. A lot of people will tell you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I guess it depends on the basket, and I guess it depends on your focus and your willingness to go after it, really, because you can put all your eggs in one basket if you are willing to fail and fail and fail and try and try and try again until you make that thing happen. If you're not willing to hear no, if you're not willing to sit and watch and be a learner first, if you don't understand what delayed gratification is, then no, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Develop your plan B. And if plan A don't work for you in your set amount of time, then go for your plan B. Because there's going to be a no, there's going to be a failure, there's going to be a setback, there's going to be a struggle. All your eggs in that one basket is not going to come easy. I was listening to an interview with AZ, and he was talking about how he had been passed around to all these different companies. Like, this company went under, and this company went under, and this and that, like throughout his career in hip hop. But it never deterred him from wanting to be a rapper. It never deterred him from wanting to do what he was doing. He knew that he was good at what he was doing, or exceptional, so to speak, at what he was doing. So even when that particular venture failed, so to speak, because that company went under, he still handled his business. He still kept it moving. He still worked and did what he needed to do. So if your heart is in one place, don't develop a plan B. I don't think you should have a plan B. If you really, really know what you want to do, you have to be willing to fail at it, to know how to perfect it. Nobody jumps out into the world and be perfect at the first thing that they try in life. Those are rare, rare occurrences, rare occasions that may happen once or twice in a lifetime or whatnot. Everybody has failed at something. Everybody has had that failed record deal. Everybody has had that job that they were fired from, but they were like, I thought that I was living in my element. I thought that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, or what have you. Everybody has failed that class before and had to retake it, or go back and swallow their pride, or humble themselves in some kind of way to achieve that goal. So if you know what you want to do, get your focus on it, stick with it. It'll happen for you, but you probably will fall. You probably will fail. You probably will lose before you win. That's just the way it is. If you listen to the stories of all the greats, if you listen to the stories of Steve Harvey, if you listen to the stories of anybody, even Jermaine Dupri or Denzel Washington, or all of these great people that we admire so much, they all had a try and a fail that made them better at some point at a later date. So don't be a coulda, shoulda, woulda person. You know, if you feel like you're called to do something, answer the call. It'll happen for you. Good things happen for the good people. I know there are a lot of people out there that do bad things, or are accused of doing bad things, or that we feel do bad things or do mean things to people, and they're successful. Yeah, they were focused. That's probably why they're successful. They wouldn't give up. So in our eyes, we see them as a bad person because we've heard these things that they've done, or that they've said, or how they've mistreated somebody. But at the end of the day, they kept their focus. They kept their head down. They kept grinding. They kept at their goal. So that's why they're successful, even if they are a bad person. It's not going to always be just the good people that win. It's always the good people that get stepped on and feel like they don't belong, or feel like they shouldn't be trying. It's always the bad people that know that I will step on your neck, I will step on your head, I will step on your finger, I will step on your this, that, or whatever to get where I want to be, because they are focused. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a bad person to achieve things, because you don't. There are a lot of good people out there that win as well. You may take a little bit longer to win because you're not willing to cut the next person's throat to win. And that's okay. When it does come, it's going to be so satisfactory. It's going to be so great. I just hope that once you do win, you know to give God the glory.